I'm the type of guy that believes you can like pizza and ice cream, even if you can understand that they're in two completely different categories. And unfortunately, a lot of people don't seem to have that same opinion when it comes to Overwatch and Marvel Rivals. They think it's all in on one or the other, which to me sounds like a goofy ass take. All of that and more, but first.
Gave opinions, wasn't needed. Came clutch with a buzzer beater. Beast feast and he eats the beat. Whatever's left, let the buzzers eat it. Quick with it, clean record. Mayweather, undefeated. He came and he saw and he conquered. I got a slay at the concert. You know the story, the tortoise in here. You want the glory, your nose in the air. I couldn't care less about your money, phone, and your pair of shoes and your side hose.
What's good, YouTube? Big Unk Chaos. And I know it's been a little bit of a while, and a lot of you are confused on why I'm covering Overwatch, but I gotta say, I'm a gamer. I play a lot of different games, and I don't decide the games I play based off of hype or public opinion. I play what I like and what I enjoy. And I gotta say, Overwatch Season 1, pretty impressive. If you enjoy this type of content, let me know in the comment section. You know, we're not on that beef shit. We're not out here looking to hate on Marvel Rivals because Overwatch is doing something different, but we can also give credit where credit's due. So if you like this type of content, let me know in the comment section. Now, I mainly wanted to make this video because I see a lot of people who have this notion in their head, you can only play Rivals or Overwatch, and that makes no sense to me. Think about fighting games for a second, or multiplayer shooters. You got Fortnite, you got Warzone, all these different games, yet no one has it in their head you can only play one or the other. But I think that the Overwatch and Marvel Rivals beef goes a little bit deeper, and here's why. A lot of people who originally played Marvel Rivals came from Overwatch. And there were a lot of areas that they felt as though they didn't get enough support in. Maybe that a character release didn't happen when it was supposed to. Maybe you didn't get enough support when it comes to certain classes like DPS or strategists, duelists in this case, getting support. But for me, I've never not liked Overwatch, even when Rivals came out. I mean, it's like telling me to choose between ice cream and pizza. They're both great, but they're just two different types of food that I can enjoy. I like Overwatch because it's structured. I appreciate role queue. I know it's gonna get a lot of you pissed off, but I think role queue has its value. I think a game where a lot of people can just play what they want, everyone's able to just come into a game where you don't have 6 duelists, it creates an environment that's more consistent, and I can appreciate that. I also wanna say that these new characters are very fun, and a couple of them seem a little broken, but that's just my take on it. Overall though, I think that the changes they've made, as well as the subclasses and the perks that they added, have made the game a lot more enjoyable. Now, why are so many people hesitant to give the game a shot? Let's be honest here, Overwatch for many years completely ignored the community. They made promises and didn't follow through, whether it was the campaign, whether it was certain classes, whether it was a story mode and the PvE mode that they promised us, and that got a lot of people pissed, and I totally understand that. However, Marvel Rivals did a lot of things this past year, but one thing for sure you can't deny, they put a fire under Overwatch's ass, and I like that. Whether it's the release of Stadium Mode or these new outlook of 5 characters being released today, or the 10 that are coming later, it's clear to see that Overwatch realizes that they can't just placate and sit on their hands and do nothing all day. And I like that. I like games forcing competition. I think that it's the best way in order to improve game quality and game state. But a lot of people don't share that because they don't want to give Overwatch that same chance that they gave Rivals. Mainly again because Overwatch has had years and years of crapping on people. That said, this update, this patch is so fun. I'm playing this fire pistol guy right now. I mean, it's pretty crazy, you know, he's pretty cool. You know, I'm out here hitting the shots, hitting the enemy from the back, no Diddy, no Drizzy. But it's fun, you know, it feels like they actually put some effort into these classes, giving them some versatility. You don't have the same wash and recycled character classes as before. And I think that's a good thing. I also think that the new addition of a mascot in the game, this flying cat, I think he's fun as hell. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I played him, I got my teeth kicked in for the first couple times, but you know, I ended up pulling away with the dub, learning how you utilized him, how it works, and just the different elements they're adding. Being able to drag your teammates and let them go to different heights. I saw a Bastion, a helicopter drone Bastion being flown around and just shooting people. That's a crazy combo. I love that. And I think that the perk system and tier system they set up in Stadium is also very impressive. Overall, I do think that this patch has changed the game for the better, and I think it's a good thing. So once again, I have to ask you guys, what's with the hate? What's with the beef with Overwatch? If you don't like the game, sure, that's totally understandable, but for those of you who've played it before, this is the time to get back in there. And I want to be clear here, I'm not one of these, Overwatch or Marvel Rivals simps. Nobody's in my pocket. No one's giving me orders. They're not paying me to hype up or shit on another game like some content creators have been getting paid to. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Marvel Rivals partners. I know some of y'all be getting paid to say Overwatch is terrible. It's all good. Yeah, you get your bag. But at the end of the day, I want to focus on what I think the community can enjoy. And I think this is a good thing. If you enjoy Rivals, you can enjoy Marvel Rivals with this update. Also, something I want to point out here, the more we utilize other games and diversify our gaming interests, the more that the community collectively has to do better. That makes sense to some of you, but for those who doesn't, let me say it again. The more we collectively diversify our gaming sets, the more the community has to do better, and here's why. When Overwatch saw that Rivals was able to take over the community, they panicked. They were shitting bricks like, oh, I don't want to lose to Rivals. We've been around for a while. And at first, they were chilling. I won't lie to you. They were chilling. They really thought they were the Lord of the Rings. And that changed as soon as they realized that Marvel Rivals had over 2 million people in their Discord server in the first month. I just got to say, there's one thing that'll get someone to step up. It's like, imagine you got a baby mama, right? Or a shoddy, right? Now your side piece is doing all the stuff that your main piece won't do. I'm not saying to cheat. I'm just saying these are the circumstances of an ON. If your side piece is doing the jobs of your main piece, shit, make the main piece step it up a little bit. I know y'all gonna say I'm tripping for that one, but seriously here, Overwatch and Rivals both have two things in common. They both got lazy and they both got competitive. And right now that Overwatch is actually putting an effort in, this is good for us as Rivals players. And I say us. us, because I also play Marvel Rivals. I don't want any of you people thinking I'm switching up just because I can enjoy something. I'm not a hater. I don't know. A lot of you people out there are haters. You want to hate on games. You want to hate on people for trying different things. You want to hate on people for not playing the game you enjoy. That's just not how I get down though, nephew. That's not how I move, and it's never going to be the way that I move. I would prefer to encourage both of them to do better for the community as a whole. Because I won't lie, they actually put some effort into these new characters. No more of these AoE ultimates that keep everyone alive for about 4 seconds and then, your DPS damage. We actually get a chance to see some innovation here. This flying cat combination, the new fire hero, the healer, who I haven't got a chance to play at the, it looks like a ninja. They're all great. I'm impressed, and I know that the tank, just from what I've seen already, she's going stupid. I'm very jealous of everyone who's got a chance to play her. I have not, but I'm very happy with what they've done. And because I'm happy with what they've done, I want to give them a shot. In the same way that when I took that hiatus from Rivals, I gave them a shot when I came back. And I'm always going to be willing to do that. So I would encourage all of you to really try to enjoy this. Now, for those of you Rivals fans who think that, this is a threat to your game, I want to encourage you with one thing. If you played Call of Duty and you were able to increase your aim through the game, that's going to be a byproduct of trying different games, in my opinion. I think that that's important for most things. So if you think that being better at Overwatch or Rivals won't help you with other games, you're stupid! You're dumb! Nephew, it's about the aim. I'm trying to talk to you, Wyans. It's about the aim. I know. We're all skeptical, but give this a shot. This is a non-sponsored video. No ads, no payments. I ain't charging nobody, but I do think that all of you would enjoy this. I also think that given the fact that Season 6 of Marvel Rivals, or Season 5.5 Part 2, as I've been calling it, has been kind of lackluster. I mean, look, Daredevil's cool and all, but nothing's really changed this season. You still got triple support running around. You got Gambits doing whatever the hell they want. You got Dive feeling displaced and not getting enough love. Shout out to all the Spider-Man and Black Panthers out there putting in work to get no love in the community. But regardless of all of that, you finally have a chance to encourage Rivals to do the same thing Overwatch did. I'm not saying stop playing Rivals. A lot of you who view my content are Rivals fans. I'm a Rivals fan. I love Marvel more than... I was watching Marvel and that content while your mamas were giving birth. I'm sorry, I just gotta keep it being here. I really was out here in the community. But so much of this one-sided, one-dimensional beef, it only hurts a player base. What's next? You're gonna complain your steak is too juicy, your baby mama's too thick? Maybe you got too much of an income tax return. I don't know. But I'm not going to be part of that tomfoolery because I think that it's useful. Part of the things I've enjoyed a lot, I appreciate the subcategories in Overwatch's system. I think this is something that Rivals could use to make their game better. I really appreciate the perk upgrades that you get throughout the rounds. You get 2 upgrades you can utilize, which just gives your character a little bit more depth. I think that's great. I think it's fantastic. I think it's a cool way to add some fun flair and depth. I think the worst thing Rivals could do was get rid of their PvE mode that had the zombies, because it actually innovated some changes to characters such as Thor. Thor now has the ability to move his hammer around and pull people like a Wolverine or an Angela. Yeah, that came from Marvel Zombies. My point in all this is saying that innovation only breeds more, I guess, product, a better product for us. Competition does the same thing. All of you who just want to hate on Overwatch or hate on Rivals, you're limiting your thinking. You're limiting your scope of what can be a fun game. There's so many good games out there that you won't even get a chance to experience. And let's be clear here. Say what you will about Overwatch and all of its numerous faults. Overwatch walked so Rivals could run. I stand on that statement. 10 toes, unmoving. So I would highly encourage all of you to really give this season a try, because I'm having a lot of fun. And I really think all of you would too, if you put the time in to actually try to enjoy Marvel Rivals or Overwatch, you know, whichever game it is you're playing, put the time in to enjoy it, you know? Don't just take my word that Rivals is good. This isn't a Rivals is better video. This isn't an Overwatch is better video. This is a video saying that you deserve better. And if you want that, I would encourage you to give both of them a shot. Talk about what you like within your communities, talk about it on the servers, Discords, Twitter, X, whatever you call it, and get people going. We don't want the gaming community to die, so I'm begging all of you to put your best foot forward in order to make sure that we get the best quality games we can get in 2026. Anyways, y'all, it's been real. I've been Unc, y'all been y'all. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like and hype the video. It would mean the world to me if you could. Thanks so much for watching, and be sure to tell y'all auntie I said hi.